Hello, cats and kittens. Hola, Jose Yaroshko, and I'm here on Manga Monday to give my impressions on One Piece 995, which is entitled A Kunoichis Oath. Off the break, I'm going to say that I enjoyed the chapter. There were a lot of good things that went on. I take issue with only what happens at the end, or not necessarily what happens, but how it goes down, dealing with Nami and Usopp. And it has to do with a issue that I've had over the length of the series, especially as we after the time skip. But we'll get into that. First of all, the clash between Marco and Big Mom. Interesting bit. I enjoyed it. Uh, it brings to mind, or brings to my mind, the relationship between the Yonko, specifically Big Mom, Kaido, and Whitebeard. I'm curious as to what their relationship was with each other when they were with Rocks, because I almost get the sense that the three of them, or at least Big Mom and Whitebeard, got along when they were in Rocks. It's just a feeling. I don't know. I can't say for sure, but it seemed like they were teammates. True. I don't know how the crew broke up, why or whatever, but it seems to me that Big Mom almost views Whitebeard, or specifically Marco, is like a brother and sister would be like a. I wouldn't even say like a nephew or a niece, because you wouldn't try to kill a niece or a nephew, but there's no apparent ill will between them. It's just that Big Mom is pressed for time and she's got something to do, and Marco is in the way. Even going back to, I think it was chapter 992, when they're talking, and they seem to be on good relations, or at least uh, cordial or relations. There's no ill will apparently between them. As that chapter ended, or as that scene ended, and Big Mom, Marco makes the remark that the remaining pirates of Whitebeard's crew are not bound to his will, and Big Mom says that's true. Dead men's words, I forget what the exact words were, but dead men's words don't carry any weight. Do what you want. She tells Marco to do what you want, and she has this look on her face, this, I guess you would say fiendish look on her face. Apparently, this takes place, the beginning of this chapter takes place directly after that, and they're clashing. And she says, "Stay out of this, Marco." That's not what you would say to someone that you intended to kill. That's what you say to someone that you're trying to get past. She just says, "Stay out of this, Marco." And they strike each other, or at least they strike at each other. So that strike wasn't intended to kill Marco, just to get him to get out of the way. I got something to do. And um, Marco holds his own, but he holds his own against a shot that's not intended to kill him. So that goes back to the issue I was talking about on Whole Cake Island. Luffy and Sanji double team Big Mom and blocked the strike. I believe they blocked it, a strike that was meant to kill Beige. They successfully at least stopped that strike, but she was nowhere near serious. Then Luffy goes gear fourth and goes head up with Big Mom. He said he just wanted to get one good shot in on her. I don't know if he was just trying to measure his strength or whatever, but it completely fails. And she either absorbs his energy or whatever, but he just deflates and it's done with. It's not even, I would not say that strike that she put on Luffy in gear fourth was anywhere near as strong as what she threw at Marco. The opening shot of this chapter, the first page, he stands up to that. So I would say that Luffy and Marco are at least at this point even, given the level up that Luffy has had since Whole Cake. They're at least even. If Luffy is stronger than Marco, I'd like to know how. I would put them at least even. Maybe he's gotten stronger. I don't know. But the point of the matter is, I give Marco credit for standing up to Big Mom, but ultimately she overwhelms him, and that just proves that Yonko and the first division commander, or Yonko first commander, there's no real, it's here and here. There's no comparison. So even if Luffy is stronger than Marco, say, he's still not a match for a Big Mom. That would be my guess. And ultimately, it seems as if a killing blow was going to be administered by Perospero, because I think that arrow that he's about to shoot Marco with is hockeyed up. So I'm assuming that's a kill shot. And he even says, I'm sorry about this, it is what it is. I've even, his exact words were, there were times in the past when I wanted to kill you more than this. That's rather ironic, So even Perospero, they were about to enter into some sort of agreement before Big Mom showed up. So clearly he doesn't really hate Marco. So it's interesting. I would like to know what the relationship between Big Mom and Whitebeard was on the Rocks Pirate. Or for that matter, Big Mom, Whitebeard, and Kaido. What their relationship was in that crew. But I have a feeling that Whitebeard and Big Mom got along better than Big Mom and Kaido, but that's just me. Anyway, Wanda and Carrot show up and give the business to my man Perospero, slice him up pretty decently. And again, proving that she doesn't have that much of an interest in fighting anybody at this time, Big Mom takes off. She just says, whatever y'all's beef is, y'all settle it over here. Marco, we'll deal with this later. And she takes off. So she wasn't invested in that fight at all. We can see that much. That ends the opening scene. We switch over to the situation with Apu running from everybody, especially Zoro and Drake, and he's holding his own. He's trying his best, but eventually he's gonna get got. I don't know what's gonna happen to Apu. I don't know what's gonna happen. I got a feeling he's gonna wind up siding with lining up with the other Supernova against Kaido, but I don't know quite how. I'm not sure why, but I still hold out that all of the people that are being turned into Onis at this point are going to turn against Kaido, or they're at least going to turn against Queen, because they were loyal acolytes or whatever of Kaido, and Queen sold them out just for fun. So once either Marco or Chopper heals them, I think they're going to turn against Kaido, Kaido by default, because they're going to turn against Queen because he tried to screw them over for fun. That's going to happen. I think at some point, Apu, he's either going to be killed or he's going to turn against Kaido as well. Anyway, there's the interesting bit about Queen. Queen looking up the bounty posters of Zoro, I guess. Well, you see Zoro and Sanji, but she, whatever he is. Curse you, Drake. The moment we expose your ruse, you showed your true hide. And then says, it's always best to take out the number 2s and 3s quickly. Now, is that applying? He says that, assuming that he's applying 2s and 3s to Drake and Zoro, but he's looking at the. Then afterwards, he gives attention to Vince Smoke's judge's son, Sanji. So the twos and threes is applying either to Zoro and Drake. Now, if he's speaking of Zoro and Drake within the context of the supernova, I don't see it because neither I think would be two or three. If he's speaking of Drake within the context of the Toby Ropo, then you have to figure is he talking about two or three? And of course, if he's talking about Zoro within the context of the Straw Hats, Zoro would obviously be two. Potentially three if you say he's second to Luffy and Jinbei, but that's a toss up. It's left ambiguous for a reason. But regardless, he does the Sanji Queen fight's coming. It's coming. There's no question about that. It's coming. From there, we see the interesting development of Chopper being infected by the disease that Queen has set loose. Right before he seems like he was making some kind of a breakthrough on what the virus actually is. Now, what that's going to do for Chopper, I'm curious as to how he's going to either survive that. Is it going to drive him into his monster point? And if so, that means that he's not going to be able to come up with a cure because he won't have his mental faculties to do so. If that's the case, then we're talking about Marco having to come in and pull the save on the medical side, which would disappoint me because Marco takes away from Chopper's shine in terms of being a medic. Chopper could use a big win regardless, be it a physical battle or a medical save or whatever. He doesn't need Marco in the way for that, but that's going to play out the way it is. Marco's probably going to come in there and heal somebody. Hopefully Chopper so that he can apply whatever medical, cure he can come up with on short notice. Or if they get the antibodies, he'll be able to figure things out. But like I say, Marco steals from Chopper's shine the same way that Law steals shine from Chopper because he's a doctor. So I need Chopper to get a straight up win on the medical side and in combat because he's part of that lower tier of the Straw Hat fighting force, which leads me into my big issue with the chapter being Usopp and Nami. Now, it's pretty much was a foregone conclusion that they were going to take an L to Ulti in page 1. Okay? My question is this. The Straw Hats are a small crew. Okay? So, going into this Yonko war, you can't be top heavy. You can't say, yes, there are a lot of people involved in this combat, so you're going to have lots of people that can pick up slack in a lot of places. But when you come to the 1v1s, your crew, being small, has to be able to hold its own with whoever they come up against, period. I mean, which is not to say that, Usopp could take out, Queen or something like that, but relative to the tiers, you're going to go heavy hitters against heavy hitters, mid tiers against mid tiers, lower tiers against lower tiers. Your people have to stand up. What are the Toby Ropo, if you scale them against the Straw Hats, What are the Toby Roper? Are they top tier, middle tier, or lower tier? I mean, knowing that you got Kaido, you got the All Stars, you got the Gifteds, all of those people. So what would the Toby Roper? Would they come into that mid tier where you got Frankie and you got Brooke and so my point is Nami and Usopp should have leveled up prior to this fight to the point where if they came up against the Toby Robo, they should not. They should be able to hold their own, if not win. And granted, we don't know if they will win or not, because this might be round one and this might go on a little bit. But I'm a little disappointed in their performance. Now, having said that, Usopp actually fared decent. You know, he kind of had OT on the ropes a little bit with his dragonfly at quarter, but it seems like Page One didn't think that she was in that much danger. You know, um, maybe she was, maybe she wasn't. He said you can escape on your own. Page One didn't seem to think that OT was really trapped, although she was crying out for help. And then next page, OT headbutts Usopp for a second time, apparently fracturing his skull. I'm not too worried about that because Usopp can take a lot of damage. But the bit where Nami is basically crying and begging Ulti not to headbutt her again, and I give Nami credit for taking one headbutt. You know, she being not a physical combatant, but this business about begging for your life, you know, I swear we'll leave the island. If you hit me one more time, I'm going to die. This is the eventual Pirate King's crew. From top to bottom, these people should have a little bit more resolve than that. And I give you credit, Nami ultimately does not forsake Luffy, and she says that he, even at the cost of her life, she says that Luffy will be Pirate King. But these are lessons that should have been learned a long time ago. I'm talking about back on the Shabanby Archipelago, when it was getting wiped out by Kuma and, you know, the forces arrayed there. All right, you start weeping there and you figure you're going to die. All right, that's where during that time skip you say, well, I'm never going to see myself in a situation like that where I'm helpless and about to get annihilated. I'm going to level up. And next time I'm in a situation like that, whatever, you know, I don't want to be in that situation again. They're back. They're right back there again. Except for it's a 1v1. Yeah, you got headbutted real hard, and I'm pretty sure it hurt. Yeah, and all of that. But the crying part is what gets me. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's no crying in baseball. There's no crying in war, to be honest with you. This is a war. They walked into a war. You know what I'm saying? This is a live or die situation. And somebody's about to kill you, that's true, but what did you think was going to happen? You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm not being rational, and I don't get me wrong, Oda's the dude, all of that. I enjoy the chapter, I love the chapter for the most part. But this business about weeping and crying when you're getting beat by the enemy, come on. Level these people up. They should have been stronger than this. I mean, put it like this. Where are the impact dials? Okay? Usopp should have an impact dial on him. Oti comes in, he catches it, blasts it back on the game. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now, Oda made the decision to take Zeus away from Nami prior to this. If Nami had Zeus, she would give Oti or Page One a better fight. but he put her in a situation where she didn't have her level up, so she gets headbutted and now she's crying and begging for her life. In fact, if this is not a ruse of some sort, but it looks like these are real tears and she's crying, and she had to get saved by, I think it was Tama, yeah, Tama or Tama. She had to come in. A little girl, a little baby has to come in and save you with her beast that she's tamed. That's pathetic to me. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm asking questions. I mean, Oda made the decision for Nami not to have her level up. That's fine. For some reason, impact dials are forgotten. If Usopp had one, I have him finishing that fight because he's crafty. He's very crafty. And between the two of them, if they double team and she use her, what you call them, Mirage Tempo and everything that she has at her disposal, the two of them, I think, should have put up a better fight. But in fairness, the majority of this was off screen, and we're seeing the end of the fight. So there's that. I'm just a little disappointed and a little tired of the weak trio being this weak in the middle of a fight where they should be at least showing the results of their training. Even if they showed strong, then Ulti and Page One said, "Oh, so now we got to go to our next level," and then they got the best of them, and then Usopp and Nami would have to pick their game up to the next level or get help at that point. But at least I wanted to see them show something. And I don't want to see any member of the crew crying in front of the enemy. That's kind of, because look, we're closer to the end of the series than at the beginning. And she's still crying. So that's just me. Anyway, I enjoyed the chapter. I love the chapter. I actually did enjoy the chapter. There was a lot of stuff to take away from it. But I'm tired of seeing this woman's tears. And I want to see a better showing from the Weakling trio or whatever, however you want to put that. And please give Usopp back the impact dial. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, next we're getting a chapter this Friday, actually. So look forward to that chapter and giving reviews on that as well. Until then, Manga Monday is over. Y'all stay loose.